All right, everybody. So let's get to work on the notes for today. We are going to be looking at solving systems of equations, which it doesn't say that on here, but it's solving systems of equations by graphing. So we're going to use the skills that we've learned for graphing, and now we're going to solve what we call as a system. Something that I don't have on here is a system is two equations with two variables, or I guess I should say two or more equations with two or more variables. There is one variable for each equation. So if you have two equations, you have two variables. If you have three equations, you have three variables, and so on. So this is what we call systems of equations, and we're going to be solving those today by graphing. The objective is that students will be able to solve their systems with at least 75% accuracy on their 8-question assignment. First example for today is y equals negative 2x plus 3 and y equals 2x minus 1. Now we're going to learn a few other ways of solving these, but for today we're just going to be looking at graphing. So I'm going to make my x and my y axis. And I'm going to go ahead and graph these. So the easiest way, if you guys remember to graph, is by using the slope and the y-intercept. So I'm going to graph the first one in the color blue. So the slope of my first one, I'm going to abbreviate this as m1, is negative 2. So we're going to put it over 1, which means I go down 2, I go right 1, and my y-intercept is at 0, 3. So I'm going to put my first point as 0, 3. And now I'm going to use my slope. So I'm going to go down 2, right 1, put a point, down 2, right 1, put a point. Here's my first line. And we're going to go ahead and connect these dots. Try that again. I don't think it clicked on the blue. Let's try this one more time. So well, apparently it likes to stay black. So I'm going to make my equation, or graph my line. And let's see here. So here's my line. I'm just going to use the blue dots. Oh, it worked. Okay, perfect. So we've got our blue line. Alright, put my arrows on it. Okay. And this is the point. Actually, I'll do my points in just a minute. So then the next one we'll go ahead and we'll do in red. You got your slope for your second equation is 2. Put it over 1, which means I go up 2. And I go right 1. My y-intercept then is the point 0, negative 1. So I'm going to graph 0, negative 1, up 2, right 1, put a point, up 2, right 1, put another point. And now I'm going to graph this one. Remember, on the worksheet for tomorrow, you're going to need to use a straight edge. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put my arrowheads on. Alright, so this is the point 2, 3. You have 1, 1. And then this is 0, negative 1. You have 0, 3. You have 1, 1. And you have 2, negative 1. And our answer then is the point where they cross. So it's going to be this point right here, which means the answer to my equation then is the point 1, 1. Okay? Alright, let's look at example 2. It's going to be the exact same type of thing. We're going to graph these again, same exact way that we just did. Here's my x-axis. Here's my y-axis. Put my arrowheads on. And we'll do the same color, so we're going to go blue, or red is M1 this time. Our graph, it's 3 halves, so it's up 3, right 2. Y-intercept is at 0, -2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, put a point. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, put a point. We're going to go ahead and graph the line now. And let's make that red. And the next one, then we're going to do blue. So you have the second equation, M2 is going to be 1/2, which is up 1, right 2. Y-intercept is at 0, 2. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Graph our line. Put my arrowheads. We got the point 0, 2, 2, 3. This is 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Red points are 0, -2, 2, 1, and 4, 4. So again, our answer is the point where they cross, which is going to be the point 4, 4. And there's your answer. Okay? We will also discuss a few other things, but this is where we're going to start with. And then here's your warm-up questions. There's 2 of them. You need to solve these, and you're going to do them both by graphing. So make sure these are done when you come into class tomorrow, and I'm going to be picking 2 people at random to do them on the board. So be ready to go. I will see you guys tomorrow.